Hello, my name is Christian Estrada. I'm 25 years old, married with 3 children, and I'm currently serving the first term of my contract with the United States Navy. My job in the Navy is that I'm a hospital corpsman. I've been in since June of 2010, and the main reason why I joined the Navy and why I am where I am today is due in large part to both of my parents, my mother and my father, and my wife as well. Back in 2009, I didn't have very many options in life. I had been in and out of college, and I had been with the woman who is now my wife for a little over a year. Um, I had been in search of a way to have the money to be able to financially get married and take care of her. And the job market hadn't been very large for someone in my position due to the fact that I had not completed very much college. I had no degree, and so there weren't very many popular options for me. After looking around for a while and speaking with my parents, trying to go to different schools and things like that, my mother actually brought up the idea of me joining the military. Um, she was not too fond of me going to the Marines or the Army. She had really initially wanted me to go to the Air Force. Um, After going and speaking with the Air Force, they had a very high expectations and certain requirements that I didn't necessarily meet right off the bat. And actually, while walking away from the office, the Air Force office, a Navy recruiter had stopped me and invited me into his office to speak with him. And after speaking with him, he talked to me, about the jobs and things like that. I had let him know that I would think it over. So he printed out a majority of the contract information and things like that, stuff that I would have to fill out and go by, and I took it home with me to look it over. I had sat and spoke with my father that evening, and he really wasn't opposed to me going into the military. He wasn't really in favor of it as well, but he felt like it would be a great opportunity for me. He felt that basically every American, if necessary, should be willing to offer their country at least 4 years of service. He explained to me that since basically they had granted me 20, 21 years of freedom, that the least I could give them was 4 years, and that if it came down to where he needed to serve, he would be more than willing to do so for that very reason. Um, he told me it was a very honorable and noble thing to do, and I took a lot of consideration into that. Um, and so, with my dad saying that, my dad has had a lot of positive influence on my life, so I wanted to do something that I felt would make him very proud. So that had a lot of influence on my decision. I then later talked it over with my wife about joining the military, and she initially had actually wanted to go in, and I talked to her and explained to her that instead of her going in, I would actually go in because I wasn't too sure about how I would be able to deal with her being away for a long time, and I'd rather have been the one personally getting deployed and things like that and having to deal with that. Um, and I also just wanted to be the one that was taking care of her and supporting her and assisting her with things. And I've been in for almost 3 years now, and I'm very glad that I made the decision to join the service, and I'm actually glad that my mother, father, and my wife had supported me and actually pushed me to make this decision, because it has been one of the better decisions in my life, and it has turned out to provide a lot of blessings for me. Um, and knowing that if if it hadn't been for my mother, father, and my wife, then I wouldn't be half the man that I am today, and so I'm glad for the fact that they pushed me to this point. Um, and basically, that's all I have to say about me and how I got to where I am today. Thank you for your time.